Okay, so you're gearing up for a software manager interview,
Yep.
and you really want to make a strong impression. We've
Absolutely.
got you covered.
We do.
We're diving deep into RoleCatcher's career and interview guides today.
All right.
We're going to pull out some of their top tips
Okay.
that'll help you stand out from all the other candidates.
Yeah, that's the goal.
It's not just about having the right answer.
Right.
It's more about understanding how to approach the questions
Exactly.
and really showcasing your thought process.
Yeah, how you think.
Because that's what really impresses those hiring managers.
You're sure.
So let's jump right into it.
Okay.
First question from RoleCatcher's list.
All right.
Tell me about your experience managing software development projects.
Okay.
Now, I know it's tempting to just list off every single project you've ever worked on.
Yeah, it's kind of the obvious thing to do,
I
but
bet.
that's not going to cut it.
That's a recipe for a boring interview.
A total snooze fest.
Instead, think about the STAR method.
The STAR method?
Situation, task, action, and result.
Got it.
So let's say you had to lead a team
Okay.
to deliver a complex feature
Right.
under a tight deadline.
Yeah, that's a common one.
That's your situation.
Okay, the situation.
Your task was to keep everybody on track.
Right.
Keep them motivated.
Then get it done.
How did you do that?
Yeah, what did you actually do?
What actions did you take?
What were your strategies?
Did you implement daily stand-ups?
Maybe.
Did you break the project down into smaller milestones?
Possibly.
And what was the result?
Yeah. What happened in the end?
Did you deliver on time and within budget?
That's what they want to know.
By structuring your answer this way, you're not just listing projects.
Right.
You're telling a story.
Yeah, you're painting a picture.
And that story demonstrates your leadership skills.
And your ability to get things done.
Now, RoleCatcher's Career Guide is a great tip here.
Oh, a pro tip?
Don't forget to include contributions to open source projects or hackathons.
Yeah, those are important.
Even if they weren't traditional work projects.
Right, even if they were side projects.
They still show initiative.
And passion for what you do.
And that's valuable.
Absolutely.
And this is where RoleCatcher's AI can give you an edge.
Oh, tell me more about that.
It can actually analyze the job description
Wow.
and highlight which skills are most important to that specific employer.
So it's tailored to the job.
Exactly.
That's pretty cool.
So if they're emphasizing collaboration, for example,
Okay, collaboration.
you can make sure your examples showcase your ability to work effectively with others.
So you're speaking their language.
Exactly.
Okay, I like it.
Okay, question number 2 is all about leadership.
All right, leadership.
How do you approach team management and leadership?
Another classic question.
And again, we need to go beyond generic statements.
Right, no fluff.
Everyone says they're a good communicator.
Yeah, it's kind of a cliche.
Instead, show them.
Yeah, prove it.
Did you ever have to motivate a team through a tough deadline?
A real challenge.
Did you have to resolve a conflict between team members?
That's always tricky.
Tell them a story that demonstrates your leadership style in action.
So a real example.
And remember those core software manager skills that RoleCatcher highlights?
Oh, yeah. Remind me.
Monitoring critical thinking coordination?
Okay, those are important.
Weave those into your stories.
So they're not just empty words.
Don't just tell them you have those skills.
Right, show don't tell.
Show them through real-world examples.
That makes sense.
Now, questions 3 and 4 dive into methodologies.
Oh, yeah, those are important.
Can you discuss your experience with agile development methodologies?
Okay, agile.
And can you discuss your experience with the software development life cycle, SDLC?
SDLC, got it.
So do we need to be experts in both?
Well, the good news is the job description will usually give you a clue.
Oh, so they'll specify.
Most of the time, yeah.
Okay.
But it's still a good idea to be familiar with both.
So even if I've mainly used one,
Yeah, even if you're more experienced with one.
I should try to relate my experience to the other.
Exactly.
So for example, if I've mostly worked in agile environments,
Okay, agile.
but the job description mentions SDLC,
Interesting.
could I talk about a personal project where I followed a more waterfall-like approach?
Yeah, that's a great way to show you're adaptable.
Okay, so it shows I've got a broad understanding.
Exactly, and that you can work with different methodologies.
Now, what's the key difference between Agile and SDLC again?
Well, agile is all about flexibility
Okay,
and iterative development.
so things can change.
Exactly, you're constantly adapting.
And SDLC,
It's more linear.
okay, so more structured.
Pretty more plan-driven.
So Agile is about responding to change,
Right, being able to pivot.
while SDLC is about sticking to the plan.
Yeah, following the steps.
But here's a pro tip from RoleCatcher.
Oh, another one.
Even if a company is primarily Agile,
Okay, so they're mostly agile.
they might still have elements of SDLC in their process.
So it's not always black and white.
So I need to be prepared to discuss how I would adapt to a hybrid environment.
Exactly. Show them you can handle a mix of both.
Okay, makes sense.
Now, speaking of adapting,
Yeah.
question 5 is all about cloud computing.
Okay. Cloud computing. Can you discuss your experience with cloud computing technologies?
All right, the cloud.
This is where those cloud buzzwords come in.
Oh, yeah, the buzzwords.
Security, scalability, reliability.
The holy trinity of the cloud.
Those are the key considerations when working with cloud platforms,
For sure.
like AWS, Azure, Google Cloud.
The big players.
Even if I'm not a cloud expert,
Yeah, even if you're not a guru.
I can still score points by showing that I'm learning
Right, show them you're up to date.
and staying current.
Exactly.
Maybe I've experimented with a personal project on AWS
That's a good one.
or taken a free online course on Azure.
Yeah, those are valuable.
And don't forget those certifications.
Oh, yeah, the certs.
The career guide mentions the value of having certifications,
Like which ones?
like AWS Certified Solutions Architect
Okay.
or Microsoft Azure Fundamentals,
Azure, got it.
even if I don't have them yet.
Yeah, even if you're still working on them.
Mentioning that I'm planning to get certified shows I'm committed to professional development.
Absolutely shows you're invested in your growth.
Okay, let's tackle the dreaded, difficult question.
This one's always tough.
Can you tell me about a time when you had to manage a difficult project or team member?
We all have those stories.
We do. It's just about how we frame them.
Right, you got to spin it the right way.
This isn't about bad-mouthing anyone.
No, definitely not.
It's about showing your problem-solving skills.
And your communication skills.
How did you navigate the situation?
Yeah, what did you do?
What did you learn from it?
What were the takeaways?
Did you use active listening to understand the other person's perspective?
That's always a good strategy.
Did you facilitate a constructive conversation to resolve the conflict?
Trying to find common ground.
Focus on the actions you took
Right, what you actually did.
and the positive outcome.
So the good stuff?
And remember, RoleCatcher's AI can analyze your response
Oh, that's cool.
and suggest ways to tailor it to the specific company's values.
So it's customized to the company culture.
So if they emphasize empathy and teamwork,
Okay, empathy and teamwork.
you can make sure your answer reflects those qualities.
So you're hitting the right notes.
We've covered a lot of ground already.
We have.
We've tackled the first 6 questions,
It's
and I'm feeling much more prepared to handle these tricky interview scenarios.
Me too.
But we've still got more to unpack.
Oh, there's more.
Technical expertise, stakeholder management, DevOps.
The fun stuff.
But for now,
Okay, for now.
let's pause here,
All right, little break.
and we'll pick up the rest in part 2.
Sounds good.
We've been talking about those interview questions,
Right, and how to really nail them.
and we've touched on the bigger picture too.
Yeah, the whole career path of a software manager.
But RoleCatcher's career guide,
Uh-huh.
it goes even deeper than that.
Oh, really?
Remember those certifications we talked about?
Yeah, AWS one's Azure.
The guide actually lays out which certifications are most valuable at each stage of your career.
Oh, wow. So it's tailored to where you are.
Exactly.
Right.
It's not just about getting any certification.
Right.
It's about choosing the ones that align with your current goals and your future aspirations.
I see.
So, for example, early in your career,
Okay.
the Certified Scrum Master
CSM.
might be beneficial
Okay.
because you're likely working in agile environments.
Right, lots of Agile early on.
But later on,
Uh-huh.
as you move into more senior roles,
Okay.
the project management professional
KMP.
might become more relevant.
So it shifts over time.
And of course, those cloud certifications,
AWS and Azure ones.
like AWS Certified Solutions Architect
Yep.
or Microsoft Azure Solutions Architect,
Uh-huh.
they become increasingly valuable
Right.
as more companies move their infrastructure to the cloud.
It's all about the cloud these days.
And the guide even provides resources for exam prep.
Oh, wow. That's handy.
It's like they've thought of everything
They really
to
have.
help you succeed.
It's like having a roadmap.
It really feels like RoleCatcher is a partner in your career journey,
Yeah, not just a tool.
not just a tool for interview prep.
More like a mentor.
They're empowering you to take ownership of your career development
I like that.
and make informed decisions about your future.
It's about taking control.
So, what does this all mean for you, our listener?
Yeah. What's the takeaway?
You're not just walking into that interview with a set of memorized answers.
Right. You're not a robot.
You're walking in with a deep understanding of what it takes to be a successful software manager.
You've got the knowledge.
You're prepared to discuss your experience,
Uh-huh.
showcase your skills,
Yeah.
articulate your vision for the future,
You're ready for anything.
and you have the tools and resources
Right.
to continue learning and growing.
Throughout your career.
One final thought to leave you with.
Okay.
The Career Guide emphasizes that a software manager's job is never truly done.
It's always evolving.
Technology is constantly evolving.
Yep, new stuff all the time.
And the best managers
Uh-huh.
are those who embrace continuous learning.
So never stop learning.
So stay curious, explore new technologies, and never stop asking questions.
Great advice.
And remember, RoleCatcher is there to support you every step of the way.
They got your back.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the world of software manager interview prep.
It's been fun.
We hope you're feeling energized, empowered, and ready to take on that interview.
Go get them.
And remember, it's not just about getting the job.
Right.
It's about embarking on a fulfilling and impactful career.
Yeah, make a difference.
As a leader in the tech world.
Leave your mark.
Until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and keep reaching for those ambitious goals.
Aim high.